Hello there everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today we're going to be making probably my last summer card for the season. We're going to be using the brand new Porthole Circle card add-on. I've got some fun ideas for this one for Halloween as well, but this is so cute and I'm so excited to get to use it. I am going to make it into a circle card. Of course you can put it on an A7 card just fine, but we're going to make a circle. And then I do have my circles that we're going to use as well, along with this darling multi-porpoise stamp set. You know I love a good pun, and so I'm going to use the stamps and the dies that go along with it. This is an older set, but they go perfectly together. And then we have an array of embellishments that we're using as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our die cutting. I'm going to start with the Porthole Circle card portion, and we're going to cut that out of some gray cardstock. And then we're also going to do the little rivets as well. I'm going to grab out one of the circles. I'm just going to kind of match it up. This one would have worked fine. It's just slightly bigger or smaller than the Porthole, but I'm going to go with a little bit bigger one. And then it's still just slightly smaller than the outside of the Porthole, so it'll fit perfectly. And we're going to use that one for our blue cardstock. And then while I was at it, I went ahead and die cut all the pieces out of the Porthole Circle card add-on. Now we'll move on to our stamping. We're going to figure out which porpoises we want to add. I'm going to stamp out 3 of them, and we're going to use an alcohol marker friendly cardstock, which is some Express It cardstock, and then I have my Stellar ink that I'm using because it is really good for alcohol marker coloring. So we'll stamp out 3 of them. I mess up the third one. I don't get his little fin in there very well. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp him again. That was user error. And then we can start coloring them. It's super simple coloring. I'm literally using like 3 Copics entirely. I've got the T3 here. And then I'm going to bring in the T5 just for a little bit of shadowing and shading. And then for their bellies, I do end up adding just a little bit of C3, I think, or C1. It's very subtle. You can hardly even tell. So like I said, 3 Copics, super simple coloring. And we're going to do that for all 3 of our little porpoises. And then they will be ready to be die cut out. But before I die cut them out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp out the sentiments. I pulled out some of the dark pink cardstock that I used for some of the coral that I die cut out, and we're going to stamp our sentiments onto that. I love that this can be an all-purpose card, or in this case, all-porpoise. And so I'm going to stamp just a couple of sentiments, one for the inside, one for the outside. We're going to stamp this one on the inside. I hope you enjoy this all-porpoise card. And then for the outside, we're going to do hello. And so I'm stamping those using some juicy embossing ink, covering those with some fine detail white embossing powder. And then I'm going to heat set that with my heat tool until that is smooth and melted. Now we're ready to die cut everything out. So we're going to grab the matching dies that you can get for this stamp set. There are even dies for the sentiments, which is always a favorite thing of mine. And so we'll just tack that down with a little bit of mint tape, all 3 of our porpoises, along with our sentiments. And then we can run that through our die cutting machine and we'll have everything ready to go to start piecing our card together. Before I do that, I'm going to color the little rivets using the T5 Copic that I had. I just wanted those to be a little bit darker color. And I also wanted the inside of the porthole to be darker as well, so I'm going to go ahead and color that with my T5. So just an easy way. You could even ink blend it, use a darker gray ink and blend on there with a blending buddy. But I just figured this was just as easy. I already had my T5 out, so we'll go ahead and get all those little rivets popped out and ready to be pieced on, and then we'll color up this inner portion of the porthole. What you don't see is that I did die cut out of some acetate because I decided to make this a shaker. I die cut that circle that I used for the blue cardstock. I went ahead and did that with a piece of acetate. And so that is ready to be put on the back of our porthole. So I'm going to use some liquid glue and we'll adhere that down. I choose liquid glue most of the time because while it does take a second to dry, it usually stays really well. So I just usually push that right in there. Then we'll flip it over and we'll add a thin line to the inside. So that way we can add our darker piece of the porthole. We can grab our pickup stick and now we can start putting our rivets to the outside of the porthole. It's so cute. I have seen some darling things done with this porthole. The design team has used it not only for some underwater scenes, they've also used it for some scenes that would be space themed, which I think is such a cute idea. So this has a lot of possibilities, and I mean it's just darling. So we'll finish up putting all those down, and then we can start thinking about how our scene's going to look behind the porthole. So I'll bring in that blue piece of cardstock that I die cut out, and then we'll just go back and forth with placing our pieces and taking a look at how that looks behind the porthole. Because I want to make sure that most of him is showing, but some of him isn't. That just gives you the illusion that there is more going on outside of the card and beyond the porthole. We're going to have him, since this is going to be a shaker card, we're going to have him attached to the front, or the porthole part itself, and it'll look like that one porpoise that I stuck down on the background is in the background. We'll add a little bit of liquid glue to these bits of seaweed and kelp. Make it look like he's peeking through the seaweed. Such a fun idea. And some really fun ideas. Like I said, I think I have a few for Halloween as well. You could make some really cute stuff. This release was just a fun one. I love that there are so many ideas for the circle cards now, and they fit inside of an A2 size card base, which is awesome. So it doesn't cost you anything extra to send them, and they fit fine. But this is just another addition to how cute you can make it a circle card. We'll attach him to the porthole also. We've got our seaweed in the back, or our kelp, or whatever that is. I am making a mess with that glue, but it's easy to wipe up since it is still wet. And then we can start putting our coral down and our 3 little orange fish. They're all going to be in that background. All right. And you'll notice, like I said before, I'm going to make this into a shaker card. So I have those 3 embellishments back there. We've got the radiant rings and the seafoam, and then we do have the starfish. Now the starfish don't come just the starfish anymore. It is a combination one of all undersea themed embellishments, and I'll have that linked down below. It's so cute, but it has fish in there. It also has the starfish, and it's adorable. So we are going to put a ring of foam tape, and I've peeled off the release paper on these on both sides. And we're just going to make sure that those are touching, and we're going to go all the way around the outside of the edge. Now, obviously, our porthole is a little thicker, so I am going to add another layer, more on the inside of the layer I just did. But before I do that, I'm going to put some on the back of our porpoises, the ones that are attached to the porthole. That'll just make it so that they're not just hanging there, and they're actually attached to the background also. Gives them a little more stability. So now, as you can see, I have that second ring in there. I made this one a little too big, so I'll just have to cut part of that off and then reattach him because he just does not want to stick. All right, now we can start adding our shaker bits. So this first one is the Seafoam. It is a flat sequin back. And I'll just put a couple spoonfuls of that in there, trying to avoid the one area where the other porpoise is going to stick down. Next will be those radiant rings, which is just a beautiful group of embellishments. They're very iridescent. There's pinks and purples and yellows and oranges. It's really pretty. And then I'm just going to put a few of the starfish in there, and I'll leave one for the outside of the porthole. So we'll just put a few of those in there. We don't need too many. And then once I have what I want, we're going to use liquid glue. I just find that liquid glue even though it is a sticky back, like a adhesive backed foam strip, the liquid glue just gives it an extra layer of protection as far as like making sure that things stick. So that's why I like to do that. And so then I'm going to go ahead and pop that down on there. Give it a second before I shake anything, make sure that everything's good and attached. And then we'll attach that down to our circle card base that I did cut out of some white cardstock. And I went ahead and put the sentiment on the inside as well. But now that that is attached, that's the card. I just think it turned out so cute. I want to make a few more of these. They're so fun because, why not? They're all porpoise cards for any occasion, right? All right, so if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Huge thank you for sticking around watching my videos. I really do appreciate you, and thank you because I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.